Today concludes the first season of the Dragon Ball plot review series, and without further delay, the finals officially commence. Piccolo shed his cloak, and both fighters immediately engaged in fierce combat. Piccolo threw a punch at Goku, who countered with a kick, resulting in a temporary stalemate. Piccolo reached out his hand once more, but Goku seized it and hurled him high into the sky. As Goku pursued, Piccolo blocked his attacks with continuous energy waves, causing Goku to crash to the ground and sustain multiple hits. The battleground was left with a crater, trapping Goku within it. The host's countdown was halted by Piccolo, aware that Goku was up to his usual tricks. Both combatants then took their fighting stances without moving, their bodies visibly channeling energy. Their auras and electric currents clashed fiercely. An intense offensive resumed. Goku evaded Piccolo's Kamehameha, delivered a kick, and was then struck by Piccolo's swinging extended arms. Quickly retaliating with another kick, Goku vanished from sight. Piccolo landed a punch on where Goku had been, but saw no sign of him among the debris. Suddenly, Goku reappeared behind Piccolo to launch an attack. After a series of counterattacks, Goku kicked Piccolo, who then leaped into the air, preparing to unleash his ultimate attack to devastate the arena. Realizing there was no time for anyone to flee, Goku swiftly jumped up, prompting Piccolo to change his approach. Goku narrowly avoided the attack in time, and the area impacted by the ultimate move resembled a meteor striking the earth. Goku returned to the battlefield, ready to perform the Super Kamehameha, but Master Roshi intervened, explaining that due to the god's rules, he couldn't eliminate Piccolo. Piccolo gleefully boasted to Goku that he felt no pressure, though in reality, Piccolo was still just a 3-year-old child. Then, Piccolo began charging up once more, planning to take down everyone present. Krillin suddenly informed Goku that they could use Shenron to resurrect the gods, assuring him that it was safe to defeat Piccolo. Finally, Goku unleashed the Super Kamehameha, reflecting Piccolo's ultimate attack back at him. Although Piccolo was injured, he remained capable of fighting. The audience hadn't left yet, and I was equally astonished. Suddenly, the host realized that Piccolo looked very familiar. Launch mentioned that he resembled Demon King Pilaf. Piccolo boldly confessed that he was a second-generation demon. The audience started to flee, causing the scene to descend into chaos, with only the host and Bulma still present. The dedicated host continued his commentary, bravely risking his life. Piccolo charged up once more, and the markings on his body began to glow. He then enlarged himself, and even in his giant form, his attack speed on Goku remained unchanged. With a single palm strike, Goku was knocked to the ground. Tien was about to intervene but was stopped by Goku. Rising to his feet, Goku counterattacked by grabbing Piccolo's fingers and executing an over-the-shoulder throw. As the saying goes, the size of one's heart matches the size of the arena, yet they still couldn't throw each other out of the ring. Piccolo then resumed his assault. Goku landed a kick to Piccolo's eye and, taking the opportunity to chase, was struck in the knee by Piccolo's beam eyes. A familiar scenario repeating itself. Piccolo then stomped on Goku, but Goku forcefully pushed him back, causing Piccolo to fall backward to the ground. At this point, Goku began to set a trap, telling Piccolo, "If you get any bigger, I might not be able to defeat you." Only a 3-year-old Piccolo was delighted by this, so he grew even larger. This played right into Goku's strategy. Goku leaped up and performed a reverse Kamehameha, taking the chance to enter Piccolo's body. Inside, he located the bottle that sealed the gods, and by attacking Piccolo's internal organs, forced the gods to be expelled. Goku threw the bottle to Tien, and upon opening the cap, the gods were finally released. Piccolo reverted to his original size and was teased by Goku. They continued their aerial combat, with Goku being knocked down. In response, he launched a Kamehameha with his foot and surged forward to land another hit on Piccolo. As both were plummeting, Piccolo employed his flexible small tentacles to electrocute Goku. Just as Piccolo was about to seize his advantage, a deity intervened to stop him, aiming to join forces with Goku to defeat Piccolo. However, Goku hoped the deity would refrain from interfering since the competition was still ongoing. Master Roshi then clarified Goku's intent. Goku only seeks to battle strong opponents, consistent with the manga's portrayal. Following this, Goku deliberately allowed Piccolo to punch him, negating the deity's earlier interference. The deity insisted that Goku must eliminate Piccolo, stating that if he were to die alongside Piccolo, Shenron would revive them. By this time, Goku's combat strength had surpassed that of Kami, and the fight continued. Piccolo launched a homing projectile at Goku, and it will continuously track him. In response, Goku approached Piccolo and suddenly dodged, causing Piccolo's attack to hit himself directly. Despite injuring his arm, Piccolo didn't mind, mind and tore off his arm, which regenerated. Piccolo then embraced himself and began to accumulate energy, starting to charge his attack. Goku urged the others to evacuate swiftly due to Piccolo's overwhelming energy. However, Goku chose to face the attack head-on. Then Tien Shinhan employed the Tri-Beam to create a pit in the ground, and everyone followed him to take shelter inside. Launch kicked the deity into the pit, and Piccolo then activated a magic god barrier, a massive explosion centered on himself that encompassed the entire island. Surprisingly, Goku managed to hold his ground, leaving Piccolo greatly astonished. Following that, Goku took a starting stance and swiftly launched an attack at Piccolo. With a powerful punch, Piccolo was knocked to the ground. Goku then leaped high into the sky and fired a Kamehameha wave, hitting Piccolo and causing him to collapse into a large pit. Goku also had the host begin a countdown. However, while everyone was momentarily distracted, Piccolo unleashed a magic mouth cannon that pierced through Goku's right chest and blocked Tien and his friends from intervening. Despite this, Goku managed to stand up, though his vision was significantly impaired. Subsequently, Piccolo first disabled Goku's legs and, drawing on experiences from previous battles, also disabled his left arm. Piccolo then rose into the sky, preparing to finish off Goku. At this point, the deity instructed Tien to eliminate himself, explaining that if the deity were defeated, Piccolo would also be defeated. However, Goku intervened and stopped him. With Piccolo's ultimate move ready, an explosion created another large pit on the ground. Piccolo cheered happily, but Goku descended from above and defeated Piccolo with a headbutt. In the manga, Goku used the sky dance technique to evade, and Piccolo fell out of the arena. Goku ultimately won the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, and then Yachirobe appeared to give Goku a Senzu Bean, allowing Goku to restore his strength and heal his injuries. Thus, Senzu Beans possess healing capabilities, and at this moment, the deity intended to eliminate Piccolo but was stopped by Goku. The deity claimed he could use Shenron to revive himself. However, Goku saw through this deception, realizing that if Piccolo defeated the deity would also fall, and the Shenron created by the deity was no longer available. The deity reflected on himself, recognizing that he was unworthy of being a deity. Meanwhile, Master Roshi explained that because the deity created the Dragon Balls, it led to the adventures of Goku and his friends, and the story of defeating Piccolo. At this point, Goku took a Senzu Bean and gave it to Piccolo, knowing that if Piccolo truly fell, the deity would also perish. Additionally, Goku did not want to lose a good babysitter, or rather a good rival, so the revived Piccolo left. Then, the deity asked Goku to become the new deity, but Goku declined. He summoned the flying Nimbus and went to marry Chi-Chi. In the manga, there is only one illustration regarding their marriage. In the anime, this is an original storyline. It roughly goes like this. Goku went to the Ox King's house to prepare for the wedding. The Ox King also brought out Chi-Chi's mother's wedding dress. Suddenly, flames erupted inside the castle. The Ox King did not come out to protect the wedding dress. Instead, he asked Goku to find the Bancho fan to extinguish the fire. Goku found the fortune-telling granny, asked her for the location, and then set off. They arrived at Octagon Village, a place notorious for its mishaps in search of clues. Then, within an ancient book at Master Roshi's house, they discovered information on how to create the Bancho fan. Their first task was to visit the crater of Chi volcano to find the fire-devouring bird and collect its feathers. However, they realized that the book had been scribbled incoherently by Master Roshi while he was drunk. Chi-Chi managed to obtain the octagon eggshell from the fire-devouring bird at this location. Later, a scientist informed them that the Bancho fan was located in an iceberg to the north. Subsequently, they secured the Bancho fan from a granny at the base of the mountain. Additionally, Chi-Chi acquired octagon honey there. Finally, Goku used the Bancho fan to try and extinguish the fire, but it proved ineffective. At that moment, the fortune-telling granny emerged and explained that the fire was from the furnace of 8 divisions. To resolve it, they needed to go to Mount 5 Element to find Supreme Elderly Lord. Goku and Chi-Chi quickly made their way to Mount 5 Element, encountering various illusions along the journey. They eventually located the furnace of 8 divisions and met Grandpa. Since Mount 5 Element serves as a bridge between the human world and the afterlife, Supreme Elderly Lord Anon then appeared. He mentioned that a hole might have developed at the base of the furnace of 8 divisions, allowing the fire to reach Ox King on the other side of the earth. Furthermore, if the furnace of 8 divisions fire were to go out, it would cause massive chaos. Even if they were to extinguish it once to save Ox King, it would take 2,000 people to relight it, leading to conflicts over this issue. However, in the animated series, there's a scene where Goku pushes away his grandfather to shut down the furnace. This storyline is entirely made up by the animation team. Goku, as portrayed by Akira Toriyama, would never behave in such a manner. In the end, everyone united to fix the furnace's breach. breach. They used a banana leaf fan to create an exit, sealed the hole with an octagonal eggshell, and glued it with octagonal honey. Subsequently, Goku also held a wedding with Chi-Chi, which should be considered a side story. This wraps up the first part of the Dragon Ball storyline. The initial saga of Dragon Ball consists of 153 episodes, and this series has condensed it into 10 episodes, featuring comparisons between the anime and manga in some areas. Thank you all for your support. If you enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing. I will continue to provide more classic anime review videos on this channel.